Welcome in, everyone, this fine, fantastic morning to some more Legend of Zelda Randomizer on SpeedGaming 2. We have Mocco71 versus EatMySteel. This is the Week 5 Swiss. My name is Pleco, and I am joined with the fantastic Tracy. Good morning.
Good morning to you, too. Yeah, I actually managed to get a little caffeine in me and got a tiny little meal in and ready to go. Hopefully these guys are ready to go. It's been a tough tournament for Steel. Has had some tough matchups after week 1 where he sniped Stan. Mako at 2-2 also has had some tough matchups. As a pair up, pair down, this is not what I think either one of them was hoping for.
No,
like Mako, you find out
not.
you get the pair down, and you're like, but I had to play Steel, like he's good. And Steel, was probably hoping for a nice easy 1-3 matchup. Nope. You get to play a 2-2 Mako. So this one is especially big for Steel, because if he doesn't win this race, he's best 2-4, and then has to, rely on tiebreakers to even make the main bracket.
Yeah, as somebody in 1-4 myself, I've come to notice that the score doesn't really seem to matter when it comes with how many amazing players there are just in basically every part of this Swiss. So, you can really run into anyone anywhere right now.
Yep.
But looks like our white sword is the boomerang, which is not too keen unless the only thing they're finding is hearts.
I mean, look, if you could pick that up right now, it has a lot of use, especially with moblins. We have moblins on the overworld, and those red ones can sometimes roll down to be killable with the boomerang, but at 3 hearts, we're not going to be able to pick it up. And by the time we can, I mean, you might, because it is right next to start, but it's definitely not the item you're hoping for.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it's the only thing that you can grab. You're only grabbing, hearts early on. There's still no wood sword yet. It's somewhere over in East Death Mountain. You haven't gone there yet. Boom, perfect. Especially if it's a 4 heart right now, as EatMySteel grabs the first heart there from a pick any.
Ooh, 12 for the small secret means it's actually significant in the sense of, it does actually help us, unlike the 1. Still got something.
And we also have the tutor over there on the coast. Oh, red candle.
Ooh. No, it's not.
No, because there's nothing at the B.
It would show up in his B button. Okay, let's see if we can get a better look at it. I want to say it might be a power bracelet. Okay,
I think that was the power bracelet.
Not a red ring, because no one changed color.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a power bracelet.
Yeah, it's my guess as well. But we won't know until somebody tries and either checks their menu or tries to push a block.
Yeah. Looks like Mako's going to be going for his pick any there, as EatMySteel grabs their small secret. And we'll find the delightful tutor there over on the coast.
Mocco at 1.5 hearts is going to try and do some more of these open Ks. I always like to hit the...
Chat's calling book. Didn't catch that, but...
Could have been a book. Yep, that is definitely a different statement than those before. So, we get early hints.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Not to spoil the previous race, but I think those were the coast item and the Armos item in the previous race as well. Hey, look, a sword! Yay!
Yeah, nice to find before dungeons as well, instead of having to go in trying to find an item without a sword. But
and good news, bad news for Mako. The good news is the blue moblins are going down to 1 sword stab. The bad news is he did not get that first global drop.
No.
Also, nice, good prices for candle and arrows, and not too far away from
rupees.
50 and 67. So if we have to buy those, and likely we do, we won't have to spend too much money on them.
Doing a little bit of a clip here for safely coming over to grab this last check.
And no, chat, this is not the same seed as the last one, because their white sword was not a boomerang. Level 2. Let's see what 2 has for us.
Definitely could be a really good one to find early on, especially if it has something good and not just the magical boomerang. Going for a Kananaki here.
I mean,
if the gel is gonna play nice.
You have nothing to do. You kill it with except your sword. You have to wait for it. No candle, no bombs, no nothing. The gel, please come back. Here we go.
There it
Good job,
is.
Mocco.
And a floor heart right away.
Yay, yay, floor heart. Yeah, 66% chance to pick up the boomerang now.
Yep.
Could have helped against these guys. It's they might be 1 HP, but they might be 0.
And no transport so far, so this could be a very intact 2.
And not segmented? Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
thing.
Very abnormal.
Yeah,
Ooh, but dark nuts, unfortunately.
Might have to kill those for an item. That's a tough room too because of the traps in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one should be a little bit easier at least. Not as much going on. Can always clip into the blocks if you need to.
Yeah, those bubbles don't help though.
No.
And still no keys, so we can't go to the right at the moment. Although we probably could get there from below. That room above Mocco, it can't drop and it shouldn't push, unless segments. Problem with, the good thing about maybe doing that room would be you might be able to get some bombs from those dark nuts.
Yeah, especially with the with how many kind of red dark nuts we keep seeing.
Yep. Get a map.
It's sort of their perk. Unfortunately, they are taking 4 hits. Ooh, and Mocco71 waiting along the coast, so now we know where 1 is.
Yeah, along the coast, there's a lot of along the coast, but it does narrow it down quite a bit, and we just hope it's not the raft spot.
Yes.
And a dig dogger could be blocking something that's not what you want to see. So it could be a ladder blocked item in this dungeon.
That is very true.
But yeah, I could see. Yeah, I might kill that room. See if I can get a bomb drop from those red dark nuts.
I think that's what Mocco is going to be looking at doing here. Is going for the red dark nuts.
And I don't think anyone's killed that trap room. It's not really what you want to have to do. But we are bomb blocked out of the top of this dungeon, it looks like. I think the only way to proceed is going up in this room, and the only way you're doing that is with bombs. And the red darkness look like they rolled up to 5.
Okay.
That's always fun.
I thought they were 4, but yeah, they're 5. Oof, that is not fun.
There we go.
Bombs.
Just use it. You don't need to. Yeah, just use it.
Yeah, just get the heck out of there.
In a room like this at Mocco's, I could see testing the. We only have 3 bombs, so I could see not testing the fires. But if they do go down to a bomb, they're also likely to drop you a bomb.
Yeah, and a nice little escape there, not having to deal with the blue dark nuts. And we'll see here, maybe. Nope, does not hit the fire, unfortunately.
He was trying. He was definitely trying. There we go.
We
okay,
do go down to 1 bomb.
Which is especially nice because the red keys look like they're going down to 2 sword swipes, so they've rolled up. Oh, hey, nice room to have to kill for the Triforce. Not what you want to see.
Looks like he's still going to be hunting down the other rooms just in case there's a the floor item is not with that wonderful dig dogger that's over there.
Yeah, these are all going to open up, so yeah, I definitely agree with looking for the floor item. I'd rather these BMOS rooms though are worse. They're terrible. And if you can, it's one thing to be able to say, oh, it's under the dig dogger. My opponent can't get this either until I get a ladder, and maybe it's nothing anyway. But you don't really want to leave these other rooms, but like you might have to because they're not, 4 quad BMOS with a blue dark nut, with 3 blue dark nuts, wood sword, 5 hearts. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, not the kind of room that you want to deal with. Not at all.
No.
Take out the BMOS. Sword.
Take out the BMOS and sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think either coming back with the wand or the white sword, just something a little bit better.
Better offense, better defense, whichever.
Yep, pretty much.
Looks like the Zols are going down to a single sword here. At least there's that.
Yeah, definitely better than having them, take 2 and then also have the gels take more than 1. Although I think we already seen the gels just take the 1, so we should be fine there, even if they did have to take a few.
Yeah, the gels are either 1 or 0. But yeah. Well, okay, so the thing about the gels is we're never going to see the split gels, which is good because they're going down to the sword swipe. But they're considered a different enemy. So if the Zols were to split, they wouldn't necessarily go down to the same amount as the regular gels. Chat saying the blue darkness are 10 HP. Oh, ouch. I do like Mocco doing this room in particular instead of one of the BMOS rooms. This is a room that is likely to drop into.
Oh, and we do know that this is the Triforce. Because of
we are in
the
the Triforce.
compass. Yep.
Right. I didn't realize he was in that room.
Oh, very nice getting that bomb. I think he's going to try a different room now that he has the bombs.
Yeah, and the because of the bubble, like the one saving grace of bubbles is that they preserve the room state as long as you don't leave the dungeon. So this Triforce is going to be here as long as he doesn't leave the dungeon until he picks it up.
Unfortunately, those dark nuts are not changing into anything more fun, so he will have to deal with them if he wants what's in here.
Yeah, this room sadly is a little less likely to drop, but it can. So yeah, Mocco's going to hope it does, and it's not one of the quad BMOS rooms.
And he may as well try as while he's here. Like, you know, with the BMOS rooms the way they are, you don't want to die. You don't want to walk back all that way. Even though it's a lot smaller. It's still a walk.
All right, it's not that room. So it's either the Dugger or one of the quad BMOS. Let's see if there's any other
try here.
Oh gosh, like
That's
which
traps
one?
And the
Traps.
BMOS.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think this is bail time. Steel just needs to clear out the room for the Triforce now.
But this does give him a lot more information than EatMySteel has, because EatMySteel has, I don't think he's even looked at the other rooms just yet. So having that knowledge now, if he does have to come back, he's only going to come back for a few rooms.
Yep. I might not even come back until I have the recorder, so I can guarantee I get the item.
Oh, 100%.
Rather kill the Dig Dogger than deal with these quad BMOS rooms.
100%.
132. Oh my god! Go get your candle. Go get your arrows. Go buy things.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Steel gets out of here with at least that one bomb, so he can check that spot too.
So can we declare this then a poverty seed or no?
Sure. We'll call it a poverty seed. No. Oh my god, that's so much money. Okay, buys candle, buys the arrows. Yep.
Be curious to see what meat costs later, just because we've seen not a whole lot of seeds, but especially I think Mocco's last seed was unfortunately heavily hindered thanks to a meat check. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that we have a cheaper meat for Mocco.
Oh, level 5. Yeah, we can get that door open.
Yeah, always had to be able to use that pirouette. And an immediate map, always nice to see. And, rolled down wall masters.
Yeah, this room is a very difficult room when those wall masters don't roll down. Because, again, BMOS. Also of note, with the 2 keys that Mocco has, I doubt he spends it here because he is in a room that he could use a Kanana key later if he wants. Nice bomb upgrade, but it also means that we need to transport to get to the other side of this dungeon.
Yes.
Oh, and highways.
There is a potential that we might be forced to use one of these keys.
Yeah, I would use the key here. And because that's wall masters are an easier Kanana, but he might be able to bomb to the left of the room below here. And Steel going to use that money, also going to buy that candle. See if he also buys the arrows. Steel values that blue ring purchase, and so might save his money for that. So he's not buying the arrows yet.
Oh, an interesting burn there on the wall.
Yeah, Mocco's like, okay.
Nope. Oh,
he decided he wanted to. Yeah, he was debating which wall to try the bomb on, and I think he's going to try to get a bomb drop so he can try the other wall. Maybe he finds a bomb shop in one of these burn bushes. There's a 49 rupee meat.
49.
Close to start if he needs to come back for it.
He might still finding 4. And there we have some bomb droppers. I think he's just trying to get a count right now.
Also a wizard.
Ooh.
But guess what the wizards come with? They come with Pole's voice and Gibdos. That's no
Oh
fun.
my goodness.
This room is very
And
bad.
Beamos.
This is a terrible room. This is a room that he's gonna try and kill it, or he's gonna give up on it. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, half a heart, like, just why?
There's
Why
other
bother?
rooms to do. Oh, we don't need the power bracelet. Now, no feat of strength doesn't mean it can't have a magic sword. Doesn't mean it can't have a taken. It can have a taken. It can have a letter. Let's see, what are some of the other good things? It could have hints. It could have hints. We had a seed I called this week where the key hint was under a power bracelet spot, and we had already gotten a no feat of strength hint. So yeah, like no feat of strength means no required feat of strength, but doesn't mean no help.
That yeah, that your life isn't going to be easier by grabbing it. So yeah, I mean, basically, if you're around the checks while you have a feat of strength, you may as well grab them.
Yeah, I would.
But,
you still grab the.
No point in going back for them.
Well, we're done for now. Well, I mean, Steel could do a little bit of find the bomb hole, but chooses not to.
And I don't believe Steel grabbed the Triforce, but Mocco did grab the Triforce out of 2.
You have to check Steel's menu to see if he has one, but yeah, Mocco definitely grabbed the Triforce.
Yeah, don't know if he ended up grabbing it from 2 for Steel.
There's another 132. Where does that put him in terms of a blue ring?
Pretty close.
Yeah, he can go get one right now, and I bet.
Wonder if he's debating. Oh, yep.
He's
Looks
thinking
like
about it.
Hasn't.
I would at least check the other 2 spots, but be prepared to up and out of a door repair, if that's what is in those 2 spots. But yeah, it's 238 for the blue ring, so he's gonna be able to go purchase it, and we've got another large secret out there in the wild. So, you know, this is, and I don't even think we've seen our medium secret. So yeah, this is a situation where it makes sense if you wanted to go buy it. Yeah, those bombs though, we may not be purchasing a lot of bombs today. Ooh, hints. No money though for him. Mocco hasn't gotten that second large secret. This could become advantage Mocco though if he does, you know, because I don't think Mocco's going to go out of his way to buy that blue ring, so he's going to be able to buy those hints. Good bomb drop.
Unless money is so amazing that that he can, and there's a huge struggle, I honestly can't see him ever buying one.
Now I imagine Mocco will save scum the money, so he will be able to get it back to use it for other things.
Oh, 100%.
There's the letter.
Getting the letter.
I'm always happy when runners pick that up. I never understand not picking it up because, you know, people say, well, it takes up a slot in your inventory. But a lot of those people are going to go ahead and pick up a potion out of a take any anyway. And you can still pick up the potion out of the take any when you have the letter. There's nothing stopping you.
You might as well.
That potion purchase can make up for a lot of lack of ring situations. So,
and looks like we do have a blue ring purchase here. So I think that'll help them out now in 5 actually, especially in these BMOS rooms.
Yep. We'll see if Steel sticks around to try a little harder to get more access. Mocco, I think, really want to try and bomb those walls and save his keys for now.
Yes. Alright, so we got a little bit of a spread out here for the transports. 2 in Death Mountain, 1 over on the other side there near the top right of the map. So not too bad of a spread, and we'll see an Armos check over here. Oh, ouch! And Mocco taking a face full of sword there.
Yeah, Lionel's one of those enemies that I just find much easier to deal with in dungeons. You do a lot of half-tiling with them, whereas on the overworld, you're really not trying to kill them, you're just trying to get around them, and they just will snipe you in the back. Lionel's and Guria, just put them in the dungeons, please.
Pretty much.
Now, Steel finds what is probably a transport. Ooh, there's the Triforce out of 5. Since that was a Moldorm room, he does not need to pick it up now. That Moldorm will stay dead.
Yeah, Looks like they found the transport as well for
Yep,
5.
it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it didn't have to be the transport. There are 4 other rooms that could have been the transport, but it's level 5. We always find the transport first.
Oh, pretty much.
Oh,
Ooh,
and
and up
no
that top
bombs.
corner. Yeah, no
We are
bombs,
bomb blocked.
unfortunately.
Unless he wants to
And
spend the key to
there's
go.
our one. There's the coast one.
There it is. Not under the raft. Mocco wants
And
bombs,
definitely
please.
not where I was expecting. There's a bomb for us. Took 2 bombs, unfortunately. Ooh, but does get the full set.
Alright, well, these are all pirouettable, but Mocco wants to save time by just using the bombs. Get a map.
Very nice.
Have to use the key. Yep, very
Should
linear.
hopefully be getting some more. Ooh, and there's a power bracelet.
Yep. Well, I mean, looks like he's gonna grab it again. There's still enough useful things that could be under that power bracelet, even though
definitely.
he knows that he won't need it for anything hard required. The one exception now, it doesn't come up in this tournament because the wood sword blocks aren't on. But the one exception to no feat of strength is when you get the armor. If you have wood sword blocks on, you pick up, say, a power bracelet under the armos. The wood sword can be feat of strength blocked. It can be in the grave, and it'll still say no feat of strength. Which I don't know if that's a oversight. I've never actually mentioned it to Fred, but it is a thing that can happen.
Because white sword is in the pool, that like it assumes that you'll get white sword.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Because white sword does not have to be available, and for an item to not be available for Ganon, pretty much means that you get the rare situation where an item is blocked by Ganon or Zelda, which can happen, but doesn't happen very often.
Heart here. Now we can find out if the heart is going to be also the coast heart, and one is unfortunately very empty. Or we'll find
I always
good.
I always assume it's not the coast heart until told otherwise. But yeah, you also have to until you've seen the definitive coast heart, you have to be very careful to track those hearts because there's going to be a heart in every dungeon. And it's very easy to forget to track, and I don't think Mocco wants
why for us.
But yeah, it's very easy to forget that you picked up a heart if you don't mark it. And so then when you get that second heart, it's like, oh, wait, did I get a heart in here already? Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially too when it's like not full heart shuffle where we do know that there is a heart, but we never know where that heart is.
Yeah.
It could be in the stairs, it could be on the floor. And especially too for like dungeons like 8 that have 2 stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know if Steel actually... I missed whether Steel picked up that Triforce out of 5. He's going to do more exploration. He can get back to that Triforce easily enough when he decides to go back to 5 with more bombs. There's our last large secret.
I'm sure he would have, but it's also hard to say. We're a little focused on Mocco here, and...
But what that large secret does do for Steel is if he wants to go back into level 5 and do more small, he's going to buy meat instead, but... he's still, I think it was an 85 bomb upgrade, so he could by the time he gets back there, could still buy that bomb upgrade and do some damage in level 5 if he wants to.
Mocco getting hit by the Beamos, unfortunately. I'm wondering if you might just leave this for now. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
Maybe just coming for bombs. Okay, that makes sense as well. I mean, he's using bomb combat right now. And nothing outside of the Vire is able to drop bombs, so makes sense.
Arrow purchase for Steel, also a good purchase. And have we seen his mid secret? I'm not sure we have.
No, I don't think we have.
We've seen a couple of smalls. We've now seen all 3 of the larges, but I don't know that we've seen a mid secret. This is such a terrible room. And you can't save it, which is what's the worst part about it.
There, getting a heart there from very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, did not kill the Vire completely. So if the Vire's not the priority enemy, we'll have to kill a Blue Dark Knight if he needs to go through here again.
Yep, that's not fun. Now, thankfully, it'll only be one.
It'll just be
And he's been
one.
doing pretty good about making sure, like, you know, how his bomb combat's there. Just hopefully you can get some more bombs here instead of just more keys. Like, the keys are great. And sure
Keys are
enough,
letting him proceed because there's been a lot of locked doors in a very linear dungeon. But yeah, bombs would be good too.
just as I say, he does pick up 4 bombs there. Doesn't need that compass.
Been there, done that.
And more keys, so...
Oh, nice fairy. Nice fairy explosion.
Yeah, and I think that pretty much means that he's hit 16 on the count. I don't remember if that's a global or if that's the main thing, but
yeah, it's like it's part of the consecutive counter. So yeah, you wouldn't get double fairy drops. It might have been you might have been on the let's see, the Zols will drop a fairy. I'm trying to think if the money group has a fairy drop, but well, sometimes
I'm not
you
entirely
hit
sure.
both.
I just know that typically if that happens, you're on the 16th count. Now your count resets. As I'm slowly learning more about the count. EatMySteel finding their
yeah, the money. Okay, so the money droppers don't have a fairy, so let's just get the double fairy for the kill. And yeah, this is, you know, Mocco doing a good job with this patcher. It is an ellipsis patcher, so he can avoid it better.
Yeah, definitely part of the easier patras. Unfortunately, losing the sword beam there, that's not a great thing.
Not
but
ideal.
Looks like he did take down the main one, so it's not going to be doing its weird ellipses anymore.
And more importantly, you won't break it by getting stuck in the ellipsis pattern, which can get very scary. Oh, that would have been a terrible time to die. And of course, the pointless mote only dropping in 1, 4, and 5. So of course the patcher shows up in a pointless mote in level 1, and we get a key out of it, which could be significant later on. But
yeah, fortunately not an item, but at the same time, I mean, getting that key is still going to be really good.
You know, still grabbing bombs. I don't know. I might have tried to save up my money to get the bombs in level 8, get the refill and the.
Oh, nice, and there's the white sword.
Okay, so nothing really progression in here, but we definitely got some nice things.
Yeah, and that should hopefully help with the other dungeons as well, considering the all of those whiz robes and dark nuts that are all over the place.
Oh, and Steel finds level 8. Yuck.
Ooh, meet the Moblin on Death Mountain, so we know where Mags is. Because we've already seen where the white sword item is, so that pretty much has to be Mags.
Well, the white sword hint will tell you what the item is, so that's always gonna be magic sword there.
Ah.
Steel into level 8.
And now Mocco finds 4.
Yeah, and I think 4 ended up being ladder blocks, so he's gonna find out pretty quickly that he's not gonna be able to do anything. Oh, he's now got Mocco didn't have the note strength in, so he's got
yes.
So he's got the power bracelet. Like, so to me, yeah, go ahead.
So of course he would have grabbed the power bracelet before. He didn't have that knowledge.
Yeah. Now I still think it's early enough that I think grabbing the power bracelet is good. The difference is I might check power bracelet spots along the way. Again, looking for hints, looking for, you know, magic sword could be in one of the power bracelet spots in Death Mountain. Just looking for some of those helpful things. Take Any's, you know, a good shop. But I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, there's a power bracelet spot that I now have to go check this 20 screens away from here.
Yeah.
I'll just stick to the on-path stuff. Because it doesn't take long to push a block.
Well, pretty much. And I mean, like, yeah, like as you say, it could be hints, but I mean, like, imagine too, it's like, oh, what if 9 is close by and it actually ends up being like a potion shop? Well, perfect. Yep. Cheaper keys, maybe? Ooh.
Which, you know, this early is still going to be useful.
It's still combat, and he still has just the wood sword, so it's definitely going to help.
And a map. Let's see what this 8 looks like.
Mocco's found
Mocco's going to clear this room, and I think he leaves afterwards.
Oh yeah, getting that bomb for us there. Yeah,
and that is an ugly 8, and it's also looking ladder blocked. Not completely confirmed yet. Let's see if Steel uses the key to go to the right and get around that.
Mocco now just completely gone from 4 after finding that ladder block, no bomb holes.
I mean, it's not. We don't have a map, so we don't know for sure it's ladder block. But playing find the bomb hole in a dungeon like that, to try and avoid the ladder block, is probably a waste of time.
Yeah, and especially like a waste of bombs as well. Like,
Yep.
oh, no push block there. He's checking anyway.
Yeah, like I said, you check on path. You don't go out of your way.
Oh, 100%.
And he's not even going to pick up that secret because he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to overflow.
Mhm.
That white sword. You know, you got 218 rupees. That white sword. I might go. Well, okay. First of all, I go check the hints that we've already.
Oh, that manhandle for EatMySteel, just like not playing nicely with the bombs, avoiding everything.
Manhandles. If you know, manhandles are so funny because if you get that strike and you just kill it right away, it's so easy. But when you don't, oh my god, it just gets harder.
Yeah,
and harder
everything
and
just
harder.
falls apart.
Yeah, we are going to see hints from Mocco. Let's see what. Let's take a look at and see what we got.
Yeah, and I believe he saved, so he is gonna save scum those. So
Okay,
Brea
wand and
with
7.
wand. We already know about that.
Thanks, old man.
Coast.
That is the hint I hate the most.
And
that's
Goma
actually that's a really good hint. That is a really good hint. It means that we don't need to worry about 6 at all if we don't need the Triforce out of there, and we know that's where the
beautiful
Coast Heart. So we never have to touch 6 unless we need just the Triforce, and that's you don't no question when you go into a dungeon now of any other dungeon whether that heart is the Coast Heart or not. It's not.
It now means that return to 2 is a lot more probable, just while looking for the bow especially.
And I like this. Mocco's going to go ahead and check out level 5. We knew that wasn't going to bomb because that wall actually is the right side stair that Steel went through.
But he won't know until he gets there.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's the right side stair, but he just tried the bomb and it didn't work. So he's going to go, with these extra keys that he picked up out of 5, he's going to go ahead and go to the right first and see if he can find anything here. You might never need to go through that.
Some bombs there.
Level 3 also on Death Mountain.
Yeah, so Death Mountain has a few things for us.
Get our key back, which is nice. And now with 5 keys, you're not even thinking about saving anything for a Canana key. And this is not a mugger you have to pay because it's got a bomb down.
Always love that. Ooh,
okay.
That is not a room that you're gonna deal with.
Yeah, I mean it might be the item on the floor, but even if you do manage to kill it right now, you can't get it because you don't have a ladder. So we're just not gonna worry about those wizards right now.
Yeah, if it was an easier room, I think he would finish it just to see if the item is there. But Wizrobes, no way.
And there's a +3, not the greatest bomb upgrade, but for 85 rupees, I take it, especially considering it's just a little bit more than 2 bomb packs in the shops.
Little hello there from the Moldorm.
Yeah, I like that Mocco's not immediately taking the stair. He's gonna find the Triforce in the next room. Probably gonna bomb down to see if there's something here. Steel did not have bombs when he got to this room.
Ooh, and the pulse ways.
Yeah, I think you could.
Just have the white sword. We'll take them down pretty quickly. And again, too, like if he knows that he doesn't have to come back to check these rooms and they're all done. I mean, if you're really lucky, you get the item and the Triforce. If not, I mean, you're hunting a little bit, but it's always good to be thorough.
Yeah, I could see skipping this on a wood sword.
Oh, definitely.
On a white sword, yeah. I mean, you might as well just do it. And you get a key for it,
Yeah,
that
key and a fairy. So
Steel even has 3. Like keys, it looks like keys are not going to be a big deal in the seed anymore. Steel with 3 coming out of 8. Unfortunately, it only got the red candle, but that's information.
Oh, and another Y for us.
Yeah. Oops.
But at least shouldn't be too bad. There's only one forced room he needs to worry about, which is the not manhandler, the Wallmaster room.
Yeah.
And they're a lot easier with the beams. Especially when you're dodging Beamos.
Don't get grabbed.
No, that was a bit of a risky play there, but
I totally get wanting that heart. Unfortunately, it did. He almost got grabbed. And Steel, meanwhile, going over to the grave, maybe heading up towards the to Death Mountain, having gotten that hint about level 3.
They're full bombs, ready to go, or I guess almost full bombs.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he needs a bomb immediately in this next room, but he's gonna find out really quickly.
Yep, and because we know, we're excited for him.
And the good news is, for Mocco, is he never has to clear that room, because the Diamond Stair, it doesn't drop in level 5. He's gonna skip that room that does drop, and hope that it's not gonna be relevant. This could be the item, could be the heart. It is the heart.
This is the heart.
But he knows this is not the coast heart, so he's gonna probably keep digging. Sadly, a floor drop into a 5 with a bunch of Wizrobes and Pole's Voice and Gibdo's not the floor drop you want to have to deal with.
No, not at all. He's gonna hope that it's gonna be a much easier room. Maybe something like this, a little bit easier to handle.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the BMOS, but it doesn't have the blue Wizrobes, and that makes a huge difference.
I'm getting
bomb
the
off the Gibdo.
I'm not sure if that was a bomb force, but it was definitely very welcome.
I doubt he's not taken a bop long enough for that to be a force. Now this room, oh my god, this is a terrible room. This is not the room you want to be fighting Pole's Voice in.
No, not at all, especially not without a ladder.
Pole's Voice are all about patience, and it's really hard to get yourself in a position to be able to have that patience in killing them. And even with the ladder, it's definitely easier with the ladder, but even with the ladder, you have to contend with getting stuck in a bad position with that ladder where you can't move the direction you want to move. And Steel does find level 3.
Very nice. Yeah, staying below them like this is definitely the better way to go, because you don't want to have them jump into you. But it can still be very challenging, especially when they come down towards you and lock you into a spot that you do not want to be.
Yeah, nice placebo heart there. You can see still 1 hit from death if the Pole's Voice hit him.
Oh, and we have a call for a segmented 3.
I mean, I'm calling this race, so segmented 3 is just follow me everywhere.
It just feels like segments in these flag sets are just so common.
I mean, and I think it is like the thing that get a key. The non-shuffled start location. Ooh, ladder for Steel. That's big. He needed something like that to show up for him in this race. But yeah, the non-shuffled start room that forces the starts always to the bottom. We've been getting a lot of these segments because of that, and you know, like every dungeon seems like it's either a segment or like this super vertical thing. And yeah, Mocco that's again that there's just no maneuverability in that room.
Not at all. That is not fun for Mocco. If he's leaving, gonna leave that item, come back to it later maybe.
Yeah, it's not an easy dungeon, so you know he might come back with a bow for the Pole's Voice. Gets a red ring, or just more health in general.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee it's anything actually good, right? Like he doesn't know where the red candle is. It really could just be that. He knows that the wand is not in there.
See those potion prices?
No, I didn't catch that.
54 for the blue, 51 for the red.
Oh.
Yeah, whereas Steel, like for Steel, he's going to want to try and finish this dungeon as best as he can because it's kind of up here in the middle of nowhere and he doesn't really want to come back. And, and then, with the ladder, he can pick up the recorder, which will allow him to come back here at any time.
He knows where the try is, so it definitely gives him a little bit of an advantage to finishing this out in one try. Assuming that there's nothing blocking. I'm just trying to think. He's got bombs. He's got enough keys.
It would have to be a Goma or a Dig Dogger at this point.
And yeah, no 9 has been found just yet. Looks like Mako found the other large secret
Oh,
there.
good info.
Ooh.
Good info. Level 2 has the raft.
Interesting. Yeah, so definitely, unless we find out that there's something locked on the raft, you know, if Mako finds that hint, we might not ever see 2 again.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gotten a sail knot hint, so we can't be sure. We don't need it. But at the moment, yeah, you assume you don't need it until the game tells you otherwise. Oh, hey, hints part 2. Oh, it's a shame that Steel got the candle instead of the bow.
Yeah, he might not return. Oh, Dig
Oh,
Dogger.
well, we're definitely going back to 5 at some point.
Yep.
Silver arrows in 5.
And
it's ladder block. Okay, so
that is good to know.
Yeah, so it's good that Steel left 8. He's got the book too, so eventually he's gonna get those hints.
100%.
But that basically tells you everything you need to know, except how many Triforces do we need? And Steel with the ladder already is definitely going to be in a good position. He's going to grab the Triforce out of 3.
Yeah, so Mako really needs to find 3 right now. But since he's not going up to Death Mountain, that is a bit of a challenge, unfortunately.
He's gonna find 8. And if he digs 8 a little bit, he knows there's a second item there. He also knows that the walk over the water hint for a dungeon is a little goofy and guarantees that there's one path that requires you walk over the water. And can, on occasion, mean there's a workaround to it. So he might stay in that 8, and that 8 is where that hint for where level 3 is, and, you know, might send him to Death Mountain. On the other hand, he might just be like, you know what? Death Mountain is where I have the most caves. I mean, it does kind of naturally route for him to go grave up to Death Mountain from here, so that would get him level 3 as well.
Yeah, judging by the fact he's not instantaneously diving, I think what he might be doing is looking for the ladder instead.
Oh, absolutely. It's exactly what he's doing.
So that I think makes a lot of sense. And
yeah, and like I said, yeah, you can have a ladder blocked item that has a workaround, but you're not going to count on that. You know?
No, and especially not in 8. You know, like eights can be really big. It's not something that you want to chance.
All right, so
and for chat, yes. There is a high potential still that 9 could be raft blocked.
Yeah, I don't think we hit all of Death Mountain on Steel's case, but I think his priority is to grab that recorder, get those checks out of the way, and then, you know, he'll work his way back up to Death Mountain if he needs to. Or, you know, he's got the recorder, so he can go straight to level 3, which is in Death Mountain. So he's got easy access up there.
Yeah, and there's also the there's two any roads actually that go up to Death Mountain as well. That's right. So it's not hard to get up to like other times.
The big thing for Steel is he needs to find that other hint shop.
Yes.
Because that hint shop basically tells you the rest of the seed.
It pretty much puts you into a go mode, and especially when he has the ladder already, that is definitely going to shape how he plans the next I guess like portion of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to say half because 9s can be really bad, but I don't know if we're gonna call it a half at this point.
Yeah, 9 is weird because like it can equalize things in a lot of cases, but it can also just be, you know, a 3-room, you know, 3-4 room 9 where Ganon's off the lobby and Zelda's the next room. We've seen both of those. Still is heading in the right direction though. If he might follow the recorder as well. We'll see what he does.
There's still I'm trying to think what are they missing? They're missing 9 and 6, I believe. So you really could just be looking around for 9 right now before he starts to go anywhere else, just to know if he has to grab more Triforces. We haven't seen 7. Okay. So 6 and 7 and 9, I believe, because we know what's in 6. I don't think we've seen it. And One is now found there by EatMySteel. Gonna really like finding that white sword if he goes the whole way.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. I mean, it is kind of nasty combat, but that's what you get that blue ring for, to be able to get through a dungeon like that. So that will help him out.
Just finding some game shops here from Mocco. I can't remember what part of Death Mountain 3 was in.
I want to say it was on the way to the western part, but not too deep. Might be this spot right here. Nope. Might be the next one.
The next one I think is the Any Road, so maybe the one after.
Yeah, there's that Any Road.
And yeah, for chat, the tracking software unfortunately does eat inputs from time to time, and we actually just found 7.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I wonder if the if 3 was in that transition spot going towards East Death Mountain.
Ooh. Well, actually no, because he did both or I guess all 3 checks going to East.
Also of note, Steel turning down the power bracelet. He knows he doesn't need it. He already has the hint.
And that does make sense. I think I would still probably pick it up just in case, kind of in the similar idea of like, yeah, if you pass it, what if it's some money and you really need it? Stuff like that. It could be Mags. We do know that well, we did know that Mags is up here, but we also now know that it's not locked behind the strength.
There's
and
level
9 is on Death Mountain.
If you're rooting for Steel, the higher the Triforce, the better you are. 6. Okay.
6.
So we are gonna have to do one at 6,
bad.
7, or 8. Mako's gonna get the try out of 3 once he finds that spot.
I have a feeling Mocco will probably go for 8. Just knowing that the bow is in there, he's already going to be digging it. So
it depends on how early the bow is. That is a really big 8. I could see the argument for doing 7, because there's a wand in there. Let's see, that gives us a lot of our information. Let's see, what do we not know? We don't know what's in 4. That's all we don't know. We don't know what's in 4.
Yeah, that's
4 and 9 have the Any Key, the Red Ring, and the Magic Boomerang. 2 of those you want. One of those, not so much.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. And we probably won't really see... I mean, I'm sure that they'll dig 4 when they...
Well, Steel might be in 4 sooner than later, having not seen those hints. Because he's got the ladder, and he knows it's ladder blocked. In fact, I think that'd be a really good play for him. But unfortunately... well, I mean, either of the good items left, right, are super good for him. An Any Key is really good. A Red Ring's really good. But if it ends up being the Magic Boomerang...
there's 3. I was thinking, he also doesn't... I don't know if he has the hint for 2.
He doesn't.
So he might also dig 2 as well.
He could. I don't feel like he's got enough of a... I don't think there's enough of a change in his situation that it makes sense to dig 2. Whereas 4, he doesn't have the Triforce out of. So, you go there, you hope to find something good.
Well, that's true. I was just thinking,
Mocco
just from
will likely do 4 because it's a smaller dungeon, and he'll at least half look for the items in hopes for something good, because he knows 2 of the 3 items left are good items, but is not going to go out of his way to look for not going to go out of his way for those items.
Yeah, I can see he's definitely probably gunning for the Any Key. Right, EatMySteel grabbing the
they're both grabbing the
Triforce.
Mocco, did he get the ladder?
No,
he
grabbed the try. But I
mean, he's going back in. He does not have the ladder. Yeah, he doesn't have it. You wouldn't be going back in if you had it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like more on the right side there. And Steel did not get Betty.
No, he did not
Betty's
go.
very deep in, and I don't think they're going to be digging for it. Unfortunately,
he's going back in.
Oh, I think he might be just
bombs.
doing
One
looking
of
for
the bombs.
bombs.
It's hard to leave a level 1 without both items.
Well, and especially knowing for sure that it does not have the coast heart. Like, that is a guarantee. Yep. And there is our ladder. So Mocco now can start going and start ripping through. We'll have the flute. We'll have the access to 4, 8. I'm wondering if 8 is going to be his...
Wait, he doesn't need anything else. Go get your... Yeah, if I'm Mocco, I go get my recorder. I go find 8. Well, he's found 8. I go to 8. And I go get my bow. I do that first so that when I go back to 5 to look for silvers, I've already bought arrows, so I can have those. So I have all that for the Pole's Voice. And then I go back to level 4 and get the triad out of there. So he's got a very, very clear... Oh, maybe gonna do 8 before?
I think that's what he's gonna do.
I think there are Pole's Voice in here that might... oh no, that's not gonna change his mind. As long as he doesn't run into a dig dogger, this is fine.
It's pretty much it, right? Like, it's... Only the dig dogger is really gonna stop him, because he knows that the bow can't be underneath the Goma block.
That's right.
Ooh, unfortunate. Hopefully,
yeah, you can reset the window. It's not so bad. Not a soft lock. Always feels bad when you do that and it ends up being a soft lock because oops, there's no because you have the shutter door. He's gonna try and pirouette the bomb hole. We know there's no bomb hole here. Does that Pole's Voice from push? It could.
Yeah, it could.
No one's killed it. Yeah, I mean, I could see. So for Mocco, I think the argument for not dealing with it right now is that he knows that the bow is in here, and he knows
he hasn't
ladder block.
He hasn't seen any kind of ladder block on the way, so he's probably not inclined to try.
Yeah, I wouldn't clear nasty rooms until I've gone over a ladder block. I do want to say that we saw a Chevy in here. That room won't be anything because there's a shutter door and it doesn't drop. Yep. Sacrifice himself.
There.
Steal back into 4, like, and for him, this play makes sense. Hopefully, he finds either the any key or the red ring, and not the magic boomerang, because those two things are useful, and the boomerang not so useful. This is still a really hard room.
Oh, 100%.
White sword. No, he doesn't have. No, he did get the white sword. Good, awesome. Okay, so white sword and blue ring will help.
Yeah,
but you still gotta avoid.
Yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, just too many BMOs.
There should be the red candle for Mocco, I believe. Does he pick it up? Yeah, he's still gonna pick it up. Candle's a funny item because when you play a 2Q enemy set. I don't think you should ever turn down the red candle. It's so good for damage boosting, but we're in a 1Q enemy set, so its use is still. I mean, there's still bubble rooms where it's useful, but just not nearly as much so.
Yeah, at least it's that big 8. So we might be here for a little while.
Yep, and there's the Chevy room. We never confirmed that this was a ladder block, I don't think, but the steel didn't go much further past this. Could have been this room.
There's potential that it's right away, right? So.
All right, Steel does find the Triforce. Is still looking for the item. That means that when Mocco gets in here, whatever's here, he probably doesn't get. So again, hopefully it's one of the nice items that remain. Oof.
A little tug there from the Gibdo.
We still haven't seen a map to level 4.
And we've seen a pretty decent chunk, I believe. So there's, looks like we got some.
And there's a stair. This will be the heart or the item. Careful of the bunnies. Oh, nice job. Oh, it's the red ring.
Red ring.
Very nice item. Actually, for Steel, of the items remaining, that's probably the best one. He's got 4 keys, so the any key doesn't do nearly as much for him as it could if he had, like, 0 keys. And obviously, like I said, blue boomerang Now we know that's a 9. We don't have to ever worry about it.
Same with the any key.
Fill out our tracker. Steel grabs that red ring, grabs the Triforce.
It's very interesting to see if Mocco actually digs anything in 4 outside of the
he's
try. Like,
yeah, that
I think
it's a blind bomb hole past the Triforce. There's no way Mako's getting that red ring.
yeah, he's just gonna grab and go.
So that keeps Steel in this. If he would buy hints, if he would find the hints and buy them, so he'd have all the same information Mocco does. Because with that red ring, he can go through this level 8 a lot faster than Mocco is going to be able to go through this level 8.
Oh, 100%. And I was just about to say that could have been the item room until the shutter door closed and the Triforce showed up. It's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, and Mocco does not want to grab that Triforce right now. He knows the bow is here, so he's going to stay here until he finds it. I want to say Steel is near the second hint shop, the one that really matters. The first hint shop was, gave us good information. Told us we didn't have to necessarily do 7, didn't have to necessarily do 6.
No push there, unfortunately. So Mocco's still hunting.
But this other hint shop was like the holy grail of hint shops. It gave you silvers.
It's this screen, I believe. So if he checks this screen here, I believe this is where he's gonna find the knowledge that what he needs. Yes.
He's gonna save Scum those. He wants his money. He knows he's gotten all the large secrets already. He's gonna lose a little bit of time to this, but the benefit of being able to keep his money could pay off. If he goes and buys them, Steel, please. Oh, he's gonna buy the other hints first, which is fine. It's just not; those aren't nearly as useful. No, I thought those the screen. Oh, he's gonna do the bomb. Yeah, do the bomb checks at the same time because now if you reset, you get your bombs back too.
Yes.
Yeah. Take it. Letters are useful. Potions are useful. I know you have red ring and you probably won't need it, but you never know. I will never understand turning down the letter. Okay, he now knows 7. Like I said, this is good information for Steel, but it's not like not the like I said, holy grail of info.
Yeah,
okay.
Much.
Yeah, that'll be a reset or a retry, either way.
Yeah, I think now he'll go and grab it.
Now he'll go get the other hints.
Mm-hmm. Right, Mocco. Oh, and yeah, that could be the item room there, unfortunately.
Yeah, like if that's the item room, oh wow, that is, Steel
at least this Moldorm room. He can use that Moldorm room potentially if he has to come back as sort of like the save area. But yeah, it looks like unfortunately
you'd want to come. It's so deep in the dungeon. You'd want to come back with bombs.
Oh, never mind. There it is.
And there, Steel just gets the information about the bow.
Oh, now it is not the stair item.
I wouldn't even buy the last hint. We just don't care.
Yeah, no.
It's everything. Steel has full knowledge now.
So really, it's just down to how quickly can Mocco get through this.
Steel can do. Looks like Steel wants to do 5 first. That's interesting. Okay. I thought he has arrows, so doing 5 first.
He is.
Doesn't.
I mean, he is right here, so I can see why that would be like kind of the idea.
You have. But there's Pole's voice everywhere in here.
that is one of the issues, right? Like it's
Pole voice everywhere.
And he's also only coming in with 1 bomb, which might potentially be an issue. Oh, but does get the bomb upgrade, so there's that.
That might be the reason why he wanted to do 5. He knew that bomb upgrade was there and decided he wanted to use money for it, so you absolutely buy it.
Yeah, Mocco grabbing the tryout 8s, and most likely we'll be heading to. I can't remember if he knows. He does know where 4 is.
Yeah, Mocco knows where 4 is, so he's gonna go get his silvers out of 5, then he'll do 8.
Yeah, so 5's here, and then go do 4, and then head off to 9.
The problem for Steel is he hasn't found 9 yet. So
Yes.
he'll get everything out of 5. He knows where the Triforce is. He'll just go back and get it after he finds his silvers. And heck, even if he didn't remember, he's got that compass now.
Yeah, and also agreeing with chat there. You know, the red ring could really be what keeps him in this, because Mocco has nothing. You know, no blue ring.
Absolutely keeping him in this, because he's just gonna be able to go faster. And you know, he's already done level 4, so Mocco needs to get the silvers out of here, just like Steel does. He needs to go back to 4 and get the try out of 4, and then he goes to 9. Steel needs to get the silvers out of here. He needs to go to 8 to get his bow and a Triforce. And he needs to find 9, which is, you know, I imagine he'll grab the Triforce out of 8, which will give him the 6 he needs, and he'll just be able to walk right in when he finds it, and he'll make that his priority.
Another thing that Mocco has right now over EatMySteel is he does have pretty much all of the rooms mapped out. He knows which ones he has to check.
Yep.
And yeah, I believe there is a chance that the Manhandla could have the item. We know that the heart is a stair item, so
yep, we could also be this room. I don't blame for Steel for skipping it for now. We know it's not this NSU room because Mocco cleared it earlier.
Yeah, but it could be this one.
Could absolutely be. It would be funny if it was, because they'd be getting it at the same time.
Oh, unfortunately.
It's one
never mind. Oh my goodness.
So Mocco could have had those silvers a lot earlier, because he was tied to that Manhandla.
If that Manhandla did not Manhandla him, he definitely would have been in a much better spot there. But EatMySteel going to be following up not too far behind.
Yeah, he's going to get the silvers right now. He'll go back in and get the Triforce, and then he's going to head over to 8.
And Mocco now grabbing his flute.
Yeah, like I said, the biggest issue for Steel, besides having to go through and do 8, is he doesn't know where 9 is.
Yeah, doesn't know where 9 is. The red ring at least will help going through 8, considering how big it was.
Yep. He will go through 8 faster.
Substantially.
And then I think the other thing that's going to possibly save him is the thing that makes the most sense for Steel is to recorder up to 3 and then clear out the rest of Death Mountain.
100%. Because I don't think he's seen any of West, actually.
No, he hasn't. And to answer chat, 9 is in West Death Mountain.
Oh, did he find 9?
Mocco found it.
Sorry, I just meant like Oh, sorry, that was replying to Diesel. Yeah. Pardon me.
Yep.
I was misunderstanding. Mocco ripping through keys has a lot, hoping that I have a feeling he might be hoping that that 9 holds the any key. Like I think he might be gambling on that one. Not worrying as much about he's
got 8 keys. He doesn't need to worry about keys.
Oh, and the Triforce.
Yep, he's just gonna go.
Yeah, so that is yeah, he is on his way.
Yeah. So Steel, has a lot of catching up to do. Is gonna need this 9 to be rather trolly for Mocco. But it is 9, so it certainly can be.
Now, there is a potential that he goes a different way and finds the bow first. And if he does manage to find maybe, let's say, a better way of heading to the bow, it might help him get to the Triforce quicker as well.
The what he needs is a good transport to get over there, because I don't think Mocco took any stairs, and that bow I believe is down that A column, so you have to go all the way around. And Steel's only seen a small portion of the 8 because he was ladder blocked.
Yeah, so he's really only seen that kind of bottom left corner. But here we are in 9, and we are listening for a roar from our good old bacon friend Ganon. And we're also looking for a shutter door that will not open.
I also would love to find a map.
A map, old men, especially because we have the book.
Hopefully no muggers.
You know, maybe a compass.
Yeah, I like, kill these fires with the silvers because they will drop bombs. They are really, when they can drop bombs, they are probably the best bomb dropper. When they can go down to a single shot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no compass yet so far, no map so far, not much for drops. We'll see if this is our first item or if we are going to be just getting a transport here. And it is our first transport.
And I imagine Mocco's marked down that key in case he needs it, but doesn't really necessarily need to grab it right now. Oh, hi, Patra. Let's go away from you.
Well, especially with 9 keys, you know, like it's really more of an emergency key.
It's there if you need it. I always get a little nervous because I'm not one of those people that can actually hear the little blip that happens when the roar's masked. So I'm always checking around bosses to make sure that I didn't miss them.
Yeah, me neither. I feel that fully. Now
I hear a roar now.
Yeah, there is a roar here. So I believe that means Ganon is south.
Either south or east, because I think.
Oh, that's true. We didn't hear it the other way, so yeah, I think it's east.
Yeah, Mocco's going to go for east first because he wants to not use the bombs, but it is looking like it's going to be south. Some mugger.
Of course.
Yeah, you got 9 keys. I could see you got 9 keys, and there's to Mocco's mind, we know the any keys in here. To Mocco's mind, it's a 67% chance the any keys in here, and you've just found Ganon, so I like spending the keys there.
In reality, it's like, yeah, why bother? Just go for it. Eat the key costs.
Oh, potion. You said potion.
Yes. Emergency potion. Ganon hurts to be stepped on. He is very heavy. Ooh, almost getting that stun.
He had it for a second, then lost it. Has it now?
There it is. Very nice takedown of Ganon. And now we are just looking for Zelda.
Want the door, and sadly we we did lose a hint to a mugger. That's the worst part about that mugger. Not even that he stole our keys.
That's the hard part, right? Because that could have been a Zelda hint.
Could have been. It could have also been the silvers till the beast lie elsewhere. Hey, a map.
The map is good.
So weird.
And that's our any key. So now he knows where that is if he ends up needing it. So keys no longer are an issue at all. And wait for that Patra then to calm down.
Oh, it would have been funny if this had been the door. You are going to need to kill these enemies if you want to go through it, though.
I think what he's going to try that bomb to see if that goes up there. Now, this could be a magic staircase. We're not too sure.
There's actually a really good chance it is, because there's got to be a logical way around that clip that he did.
Some more staircase here.
We're going to take this one.
Let's see where this brings us here.
Steel, meanwhile, has found his bow. Does know where the Triforce is. Just needs to get out of here and find level 9. But Mocco's got a huge lead going in.
Yeah, now both those wells did not bomb, so there is a small potential that one of those rooms could be Zelda. We do not know for sure.
Yeah, for those of you that may played or watch the 10th anniversary races, it does need to be a shutter door tonight, or today. I believe one of the races had a staircase right into Zelda's room, which is kind of funny. You don't get that with this flag set. Triforce for Steel, so he just needs to go find 9 and find out that it is indeed 6 tries, although he won't know if it's 6 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, the moment he finds 9, he'll just be let in. So I'm sure that'll be one of the questions. And finding the compass, 100% something that you want to do.
They aren't guarding the compass very well, though.
No, not really. And sure enough,
yeah,
one of those rooms that didn't bomb.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be a shutter door right here. No!
No, he's already been in this room. He has tried to bomb all of them. So this was the magic stair that went there. They have
magic
tried.
Stair the compass that
he has tried bombing up already. To bogey. He's bombed everywhere in there, so he needs to find the magic stairs, or he needs to head over to the left, or to the right. Pardon me.
Left, right. You know. Oh, it could be behind this, but that means there is also
here.
that. Yeah, I mean, it could be through the shutter door, but it does mean that there has to be you will never be asked to do this clip. So there is a logical staircase to get to that area if this is the alternate path. The nice thing about a water room with darkness is you can just hide on the water because they can't walk on it.
At no point in grabbing the ferry. I mean, I feel like I still would, just in case, considering there's been a lot of very gross rooms. But
you got the arrows to do it. And pop. There it is.
There it is. Oh, and with a half of a heart.
Don't die in a fire.
There we are. Jeez, to Mocco with a official race time of 1:10:21. Get your GGs there in chat.
And Steel, seeing that finish, is going to go ahead and forfeit. Hasn't found 9 yet. Doesn't know that he can just walk in. And he's actually in really good shape to finish. Yeah. Don't blame him. It's early for everybody. And we do have Mocco joining us. GG's.
Welcome in, GG.
Thank you.
How you feeling after that one?
I would say I made the right plays on trying to avoid some of that early tough combat. Level 2, level 5, certainly the hints helped to kind of put off to a level 8, and I was getting to the point where the ladder's in 3 or 2, and if it's in 2, I've lost because I elected to not continue to try and fight for the item in there on Wood Sword. BMO's statues, I think, in every room and early game, right? Yeah, it was.
We never found out. We do know it's the raft per hint somewhere. I don't know if you got that hint or not, but
no, I didn't. So that was. You're looking at this game and all the variables that can come into play, and that was the one that was just kind of sticking out. That if it's in 2, and we know we need that for the bow, at least in theory, right? There can be a path to the bow in 8, and the ladder could be in 8, but I elected to hopefully find 3, which we did. Also find 9, get the Triforce information, and then kind of assess where to go from there. Knowing that, I had 4 left over, we got the hit for silvers in 5. I did not want to go back there until I had the bow because of the Pulse Voice room and the NSU. So, I'm just looking. Okay, so Red Ring was in 4. Got it. That would have been really helpful because it was.
You were never getting that Red Ring because it was a blind bomb hole past the Triforce.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was not in a great spot.
Yeah, we never found the map. Steel did 4 before he got all the hints. So was able to find that Red Ring, which at the time was the best thing he could have found because we knew everything but where Red Ring, Any Key, and Magic Boomerang were. And he had plenty of keys, so the Red Ring was a lot more useful at that point for him.
Okay.
But,
so
I'm sure he would have rather found the bow or something like that, because he didn't have hints yet.
Was level 4 truly ladder blocked, or was there another path around that?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. We never saw the map.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe Steel had.
Yeah, we never saw the map, so it's one of those things where there could have been a bomb hole. Maybe I suspect not because we saw a lot of that. It was very linear up and down, like we get in this flag set. But is it possible? Yeah, it's possible.
It played as though it was ladder blocked, but that was also, that's one of those things in these seeds, and that happened in a race not that long ago that you think it's ladder blocked and it's guessed the magic bomb hole.
Yep, and that does happen, and it can happen.
So, yeah, I mean, again, I kind of assumed it was ladder blocked, and we had the hint information. 1 would have been nice, but I'm not going into a 7 for a wand.
Yeah.
The heart container hint for 6 was huge. I never even found 6, and we like to keep it that way.
No one found 6.
And
Yeah,
so much
at
money
that
in
point-
this seed. I thought for sure we were going to get a poverty seed, but oh my gosh.
You know, it takes a lot for me to call something a poverty. What was it? 138 for the large secret. I don't even know what the mid secret was, to be honest.
33, I believe. Yeah,
That's pretty
every
good.
time I
19
looked up, I had 200 rupees. It seemed like so.
Was it 1933 and then the 138? I can't recall.
Yes,
Somebody.
It's 1233.
12.
Yeah. But yeah, like Steel had the blue ring very early after hitting 2 large secrets. Also bought the bomb upgrade as you did, and still has 183 rupees. So you know,
Yeah,
lots
good job
of money.
finding Ganon. It looks like pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, the path to Zelda. I mean, we didn't find the real path, right? Because you clicked the H
I
room.
broke code.
Because there's got to be a stair that takes you over there. Because of course, you know, as you know.
Oh.
It'll never be required. But it still just walks straight up.
Oh my
Straight up?
gosh!
Wow.
There was the path.
Oh
my
God.
goodness.
Too bad he did take the forfeit, so like his
wow.
time is not going to be official.
Yeah, I would unforfeit because.
I mean, if he hasn't looked at the race room, he could unforfeit and done. You know, or not the race room, the restream. And we do have Steel joining us. GG's, you had a much better than 9 than Mocco did, if that makes you feel better.
GG's.
Okay. GG's, Mocco.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, I just think it kind of came. I'm not even sure what slowed you up so much, Steel, compared to what Mocco was doing. I think may have been part of it was Mocco, you just found one earlier and getting that white sword earlier.
Yeah, early one, so the white sword was sooner. You did have the ladder before Mocco, but I also think going into 5 without the bow was also another slowdown.
Yep, you did more 5, and you dug 8 without the hint. So I mean, just all those little things just sort of added up.
Yeah, I mean, 5 didn't take too long. It kind of went through the combat. I didn't really. Earlier, I was in there early. That the dungeons I dug earlier was maybe where I lost it.
Yeah, you both spent a lot of time in 2, so I mean, I think maybe you spent a little more time, but not too much more. 2 was just.
The other thing was also the bomb inventory, because there's a few times that, especially for 5, when Mocco went in, he had bombs to keep going, whereas you had to leave without bombs. So that was kind of another thing that sort of did a little bit of separation. But not having those bombs did bring you to finding 3 first. So you did have the ladder. You had the flute to then do a lot more checks. So we were actually kind of expecting.
Yeah, I wonder if that recorder checks didn't help you, because I mean, I imagine 6 might have been recorder block, but who cares, right?
Yeah, 6 was at the recorder lake.
Well, there you go. We missed it when you because you were checking for 9 by then.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense. So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a nasty pair up, pair down for you, Steel. Like Mocco, and even for you, Mocco, because I know if I'm 2-2 and I'm looking to get my 3rd win, the good news, you're getting paired down. Bad news, you're playing EatMySteel, whose record is not indicative of his ability to play this game. And Steel, you're just trying to get to 3 wins, and unfortunately, your chances of brackets are hanging by the thread of can you win the 2-4 tiebreakers. Getting the pair up, just not kind.
Yeah, I mean, I've played so many people, 3, I think, already, of Chatty, Caffey, and Steel.
Yep.
Go back to 3 years ago, watch constantly, and we were even doing those co-op flags together at one point. You were my mentor, so I this is the tournament where all the people that I kind of learned the game from watching and playing with, I get in the Swiss round. So didn't even pay attention to the records, quite honestly. Steel's one heck of an opponent, and we feel like we're always kind of going back and forth on pickup races and whatnot. So yeah, until just now, Tracy, you said that about the records. I'm like, oh shoot, that's right. But yeah, it was a fun one, and yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I was expecting to
hopefully-
be put out to pasture today. It's okay. GG's, Mocco.
Thank you.
I mean, you could just go kill it. I mean, if you end up in the lower bracket, if you end up in the higher bracket, you could upset someone. If you end up in the lower bracket, maybe you just run clean sweeping through there. So definitely, we'll still get to hear from you. So at least that's cool.
Well,
Best
and
for the rest of
definitely.
us.
Definitely staring as someone who's also 1-4. I'm definitely afraid of seeing you as an opponent because that guarantees that I am not going anywhere.
Well, not with
So-
that attitude.
Yeah, you still had something to say there. Go ahead, Steele.
I was to say I do great in these flags when I'm not doing a tournament race. It seems every tournament race I do, I get stuck in the mud somewhere. So it's just kind of the nature of these flags. I feel like it's much more of a coin toss than usual. I feel like this tournament.
1v1s especially, I've noticed, have a tendency of really like getting you somewhere, either in your head over like the restream or just like from your opponent, or just something happens. But yeah, hopefully the next match is gonna play nicely and things are gonna be good.
It's all right. It's all for fun. I have a blast playing this game, so it's never any hard feelings or never any regrets playing Zelda. So it's cool.
And from one of our current 4 runners who's playing tonight says, I'm scared of the possibility of a 6-0 runner pulling a 2 and 4 EMS in round 1. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you never know how the brackets are going to go. I mean, if you think back to last year, literally, you had TA and Sci-Town facing off in the brackets in round 2.
Yep, 2 of the best.
And you could be you can be a low seed, but you knock off the top seed, and all of a sudden you've got in theory a better path. So
yeah, you get the top. You knock off the top seed. You essentially take their place.
yeah.
Well,
Yep.
You want to be the
Especially-
best, you got to beat the best, right?
That's right.
And especially
Right.
with these flags, right? Like anything can happen. Like you could take a different path, find an item earlier, and manage to get through. I mean, that's really all it takes sometimes is just to find the right item first, and off you go.
Yeah, this seed especially, like I said, Mocco got that white sword a little earlier. That made probably all the difference in the world.
Yep.
So once I got that, and it was just like night and day. Red ring or blue ring, it didn't matter with that. But the white sword was so many dark nuts and whizzies in these dungeons. It
Yep.
just, that makes all the difference. So yeah.
I had
It's
my
either
2
offense or
Y for-
defense.
Yeah, I have my 2 Y forces of the tournament.
Yeah, you did.
If I had to go and clear that grabby hand room one more time in 5 with the quad BMOs,
Yep.
like I never got out of there
At
without
least they
taking a
rolled
hit.
down.
Oh.
At least they rolled down. Like there was
the-
one time where they kept dropping hearts and you kept picking up the hearts, and I think at one point you almost got grabbed while you were picking up the heart, and and you still walked out of there with like a half a heart off.
Yeah, that is one of the quad rooms are always hard, but I tell you, with the hands and also with
terrible.
the dongos,
Yep.
seem to just really be. You don't think of those enemies as challenging until you throw
Yeah.
the quad beams in there.
Well, and at least these hands went down to a single sword stab. I know you've had the 4 HP hands in the quad BMOS, and then that's really an awful room. And the problem with the Dodongo rooms is they sometimes, if you get hit with that BMOS at the wrong time, your bomb turns into a 5er. So
So level 1, there was a hint that was on the coast. Steel, did
Yes.
you see that? at all.
I did.
Because that's what pushed me back to 1 to then, I didn't get that white sword earlier.
Yeah, I saw the hint. I didn't get back up. I actually went to the South Coast first, and then I went back to where 1 was later. So I found 1 relatively late, and then I got Y-forced in 1.
Yeah.
And also saw that hand room in 5. Probably, what did I clear that? 5 times, probably.
Yeah, that was just a pain.
As bad as those Y-forces were for all of you, at least it wasn't a Y-force in level 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in 8 early too.
Just
to find the ladder blocks.
Yep. Because that Triforce in 8 was nowhere near the bow, and both are really far from start, so...
Do we know how many tries 9 was?
Yeah, 6.
Was it 6? Okay, so
yeah,
I just...
you had exactly the exact right amount. So, yeah, you don't have to feel bad about going back and grabbing the Triforce at 8. You needed it.
Yeah, the only thing in 8, I don't know if that room immediately right of the lobby was a push block. If that could have gotten you up closer to where the bow was.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't
but you had to sort down like 8 bunnies.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that unless I have to. But I did think about it when I saw that Triforce and how far away it was.
And you both know that the walk over the water hint is goofy.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's another path, so,
When I went back there, I thought about clearing that bunny room where I had white sword and red ring, but I was like, nah, let's keep going. Find other things and good things.
All right. Anything else either you wants to add before we go ahead and close out?
No, just good luck going forward, Mocco. Thanks for doing the restream and the comms, everybody.
Yeah. GG's, and good luck to you as well. Thank you, Tracy, Pleco, and I think Vincent was pushing all the buttons today, and of course, everybody watching on SpeedGaming too. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I mean, sadly, all our races are tonight, and they're all at the same time. But we do have races tonight. Don't know what all is getting restreamed. We have some good matchups though. A 3-win Dragon Dart versus Chess Jerk over. That'll be at 10 o'clock. At 10:30, we have 3 races. 2-win Adirondack Rick versus 2-win Shaddy. 3-win Fred Coughlin versus Custom Shield. Both 3 wins. The last of the 4-0 matchups, Tabby Orange versus Brewers Fan JP. And another 2-win, this one at its own time at midnight, actually 1 minute before midnight. But at midnight tonight, that'll be Mercs versus Special K. And then a couple races to finish out the week tomorrow. But yeah, so keep an eye on that schedule to see what all is getting restreamed. I'm sure they'll be asking for volunteers to make sure we get all those races on because they're all good ones. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody. Pleco, was, as always, a pleasure doing comms with you. Always nice to have a fellow lady runner in the booth with me.
It's wonderful to do comms with you.
And, of course, always the MVPs, the trackers, Vincent clicking the buttons behind the scenes. Huge shout-outs to him.
Yes.
But yeah, that is going to pretty much do it for us. We'll see you at the late races, and for the rest of you, have a good rest of your day.
Take care, everyone.